You know that really quiet feeling when you're sitting in the exact same room with someone, maybe someone you deeply care about, and suddenly there's just this distance growing between you.
Oh, yeah. Like the warmth just totally leaves the room.
Right. And no one even raised their voice. There was no obvious fight at all.
It just happens in, like, the space of a few seconds.
Exactly. You can literally feel the gap opening up. Maybe you're just sitting across the kitchen island or you're driving home in the car and the silence just suddenly feels thick.
And you're left sitting there just replaying the last 10 minutes in your head.
Yeah, just wondering, like, what just went wrong? What did I do?
It really is such a lonely space to find yourself in, mostly because you can't even pinpoint what caused it.
You can't. You're just left with the feeling of the chill.
Right. And you're stranded in it.
I think about this a lot, actually, because we all have this bias. We trick ourselves into believing we're being so clear when we talk.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I'll say something, fully meaning well, no bad intent at all. But then the other person just quietly pulls back.
You see their eyes drop or their tone gets flat.
Yes. Or they cross their arms, and my mind just instantly spins into this spiral.
You start the overthinking cycle.
Totally. I start thinking, did I say the wrong thing? Are they just, being too sensitive right now? Am I an imposter in my own friendships?
We really do place so much pressure on ourselves to say the exact right thing.
We do. And trust just seems so fragile. You can lose it in just a few seconds, and building it back feels like climbing a steep mountain.
It feels like that because the real issue, doesn't live in what you actually said.
Wait, really? Then where does it live?
It lives in the empty gap between what you meant to say and what the other person actually felt when those words landed.
Oh, wow, the gap.
Yeah. I mean, we spend so much of our lives focused on our own intent, right? We know our own hearts. We know we mean well.
Sure, I know I'm trying to be helpful.
Right. But the other person can't feel your intent. They can only feel their own reaction to you.
That makes so much sense.
And that is exactly where the quiet break happens. We drift apart not because we don't care, but because we just don't see the quiet ways we pull away from each other.
So if trust breaks that quietly, how does the mind actually handle that in the exact moment?
What do you mean?
Well, there are times when I start a simple chat with someone, and before they even finish their very first sentence, my body feels uneasy.
Your shoulders tense up.
Yeah. My shoulders tense up, my stomach drops. I start bracing myself for something, and I don't even know what it is.
Like your body knows something your brain hasn't figured out yet.
Exactly. Why does that happen?
Well, that uneasy feeling is just your mind doing exactly what it was built to do.
To protect me.
Yes. When we listen to someone, we're actually processing things on two separate tracks at the exact same time.
Oh, like a split focus?
Sort of. We have a fast mind and a slow mind.
Okay, the fast mind and the slow mind.
Yeah, right. The slow mind is the part of us that is listening to the actual words.
Yeah.
It's trying to make sense of the logic, the facts.
Okay, that makes sense. So what's the fast mind doing?
The fast mind is your deep alarm system. It's scanning for safety.
Wow, scanning for safety.
Yeah, and it's much older. And it acts so much faster than logic ever could.
So it's almost like the fast mind is a heavy door guard checking IDs at a club, and the slow mind is the actual party inside.
I love that. Yes, exactly.
Like if the guard doesn't like your tone, you never even get to the party.
That is a perfect way to look at it.
How?
The fast mind is checking their eyes, their tone, the tension in their jaw.
Just constantly scanning?
Always. It's asking one single question. Am I safe with this person right now?
Like how our ancestors used to scan the plains for danger.
Precisely. Someone can say all the right words to you, perfectly polite words, but their tone feels rushed or cold or impatient.
The fast mind wins.
Every single time. The fast mind wins.
Yeah.
Trust is simply the mind trying to guess someone's future habits.
Just predicting what they'll do next.
Right. So when a person feels shifting and hard to read, or when their tone just doesn't match their words, the mind decides this is not a safe place to rest.
It puts up a shield.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To protect you, it simply stops putting effort into that bond.
That shield makes a lot of sense from a survival standpoint.
It kept us alive.
But, I mean, if I'm talking to a stranger and their face looks angry but their words are polite, of course I want my guard up.
Right, that's useful.
But I hear that, and it just feels deeply frustrating when applied to the people we love.
How so?
It just feels like we're punishing people for just being human, Like we're all stressed out.
We really are.
Look at our daily habits. We're all rushing. We live in this culture of constant stress. We send quick, blunt text messages.
We half listen while typing on our laptops.
Yes. Don't we all just accept that everyone is busy and doing their best?
Well, we tell ourselves that busy is normal. We try to use logic to excuse the rushing.
Right. We just say, oh, they're busy.
But the fast mind doesn't care about our excuses. Take those quick text messages, for example.
Okay.
When we type a fast, brief message like, we need to talk later, we strip away all the human clues.
Oh, because there's no voice.
No voice, no warmth, no smile, just stark text on a screen.
And the person reading it is probably already stressed by their own day.
Exactly. They're carrying their own heavy load, so their mind fills in the blank spaces with their own fear.
Oh, wow.
You might be sending a quick note because you're literally rushing into a meeting and you truly just want to talk later.
Right, no bad intent.
But they read it, their fast mind scans it, finds no warmth, and just instantly decides you are angry with them.
And then they spend the next 3 hours feeling sick to their stomach.
Yes, and you have no idea you just lost a tiny piece of trust.
That's terrifying, honestly.
It is quiet, but it's real.
If stripping away context pushes people away like that, I imagine assuming they already know what we're thinking does the exact same thing.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I have this terrible habit at work. I'll spend 3 hours stressing over a project, hit a dead end, pace around the room, figure out a pivot, and then just walk over to a coworker and blurt out my final plan.
Oh, I see.
I'll just say, here is what we're doing. And I just assume they're right there with me because the problem has been living in my head all day long.
Yes, that is the curse of knowing too much about your own thoughts.
The curse of knowledge.
Exactly. You assume the backstory, but to them, you just drop this heavy demand out of nowhere.
So they feel left behind.
They feel confused. You skip the whole journey of how you got to that ending, all the wrong turns, the stress, the logic.
And I guess over time, that makes people feel like they're always slightly on the outside of your world.
Exactly. And eventually, they just stop trying to catch up.
Oh, man. So basically, my pre-coffee grumpiness is not just annoying, it's actually triggering my partner's deep survival instincts.
I hate to say it, but yes.
That feels like a lot of pressure for a Tuesday morning.
It is a lot of pressure. But hot and cold moods are a very quiet trust breaker.
Really? Just being moody.
Think about it. You might be warm and present one day, and the next day you're short and distant.
But I'm not mad at them. I'm just stressed about life.
Like the car broke down or work is tough.
Right.
But to the other person's mind, you are a shifting weather pattern.
A shifting weather pattern. Wow.
Mind reads that shifting mood as a deep lack of safety.
Even if they know I'm just stressed.
Yes. Even if their slow mind knows you are just busy, their nervous system registers that you are not stable right now. And trust just quietly dials down.
That brings up a lot of guilt for me, honestly.
It shouldn't be guilt, just awareness.
Still, knowing that just being stressed can make the people I love feel unsafe. It's
Yeah.
heavy.
It is.
But there's a different quiet break I want to look at.
Okay, what is it?
The times when you share something real with someone and they just say, yeah, or uh-huh, while staring at their phone.
Oh, the empty response.
Yes, it hurts so much, but it feels so silly to complain about.
Why does it feel silly?
Because you sound needy if you say, you didn't look at me when you said yeah. You know?
It is not silly at all. When you share something that matters to you, a fear, a small win, a worry, you are making a bid for deep connection.
You're reaching out a hand.
Exactly. And if the person just gives you a hollow yeah, your mind logs a very painful truth.
Which is?
I am not valued here.
Ouch.
And the mind feels that emotional dismissal the exact same way the body feels physical pain.
Wait, really? The same way?
Yes, the same brain regions light up. You touch a hot stove, you learn not to touch it again.
So if you share an open thought and get an empty nod,
Your mind learns to keep quiet next time.
that right there, learning to keep quiet, that is exactly how the distance grows. We just stop trying.
We protect ourselves.
But I want to push back on this a little bit.
Go for it.
What happens when someone comes to you with a complaint that feels completely unfair?
Unfair how?
Like, if someone tells me I did something wrong and I know for a fact I didn't mean it that way, my first instinct is to defend myself. I want to build a case so they know my intent was good.
That's human.
Isn't that just a natural response to being misread?
It is entirely natural.
Yeah.
But it is also a quiet trap.
A trap. When we jump to defend ourselves, we're listening just to build our armor. Oh, man. Someone comes to you with a hurt feeling, and before they even finish their sentence, you are already planning your defense.
Because I'm thinking, but I didn't mean it like that. You are taking this the wrong way.
Exactly.
Because I want to set the record straight. I want us to have clarity. I want them to know I am a good person who cares about them.
But the moment you start building that defense, you build a brick wall.
A brick wall.
The other person came to you trying to feel seen, and instead, they hit solid brick. Your defense makes them feel like their pain is not real.
Because I'm just telling them why they shouldn't be hurt.
Right. And if you do this enough times, the other person learns a very sad lesson.
That talking to me doesn't work. They learn that bringing their true feelings to you leads to a dead end. So they stop. They protect their energy.
They just agree with you on the surface.
Yes, but the real bond just slowly fades out.
It's like a slow drift. Not an explosion, just drifting out to sea.
The perfect way to describe it.
Well, I guess that drift happens in other ways too, right?
Definitely.
Like, I see this happen with couples all the time. Let's say one person comes home stressed and starts venting while they wash the dishes.
Okay, setting the scene.
They had a terrible day at work and they just want to feel heard, but the other person goes into full fix-it mode.
Oh, the fixer.
Right, they start offering answers, telling their spouse what to say to the boss, treating the spouse's bad day like a math puzzle to be solved.
And the spouse just ends up feeling small and dismissed.
Exactly.
That is a perfect example of a slow drift in values.
Values.
Yes. If every daily chat is about fixing, achieving, or just general productivity, and the other person just wants human warmth, the bond starves.
The bond starves. Wow.
You can have a whole romance slowly cool down to freezing without a single raised voice, just because your daily habits signal that you care about different things.
The fixer thinks they're helping, but the person venting just feels like a project.
Exactly.
That honestly makes me rethink my whole view of what a good connection looks like.
In what way?
Because I think so many of us believe that if there are no arguments, the bond is healthy.
We equate silence with peace.
Right. We think quiet means stable. If we're not fighting, we're fine. We see couples who never raise their voices, and we think, wow, they have it all figured out.
That is one of the biggest illusions we carry.
An illusion.
Quiet hiding is actually the most urgent warning sign of all.
Really?
Yes. When the surface looks perfectly calm,
Yeah.
the people have stopped bringing you their messy, real, uncertain thoughts, that means the trust is gone.
Because they don't feel safe.
They do not feel safe enough to disagree with you.
But nobody likes conflict.
True. Often we fear conflict because we watched adults fight when we were kids, so we avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But skipping conflict means skipping the truth.
So wait, healthy disagreements are actually a good thing. It feels strange to aim for friction.
They are vital. Disagreements, when handled with warmth and respect, build deep resilience.
They build resilience.
They prove that the bond is strong enough to hold two different views without breaking.
I never thought of it that way.
We hold on to this myth that being a smooth talker means never having friction. But true clarity doesn't come from talking smoothly.
Where does it come from?
It comes from the courage to listen deeply.
Wow.
And the beautiful thing about our minds is that these are not fixed traits. If you have bad habits, you are not broken.
You just learned a pattern.
Exactly. And what is learned can always be changed.
That is the hope, right? That we can change.
We absolutely can.
But how? I mean, how do we fix something in the exact moment if we don't even realize we're doing it?
It feels impossible at first.
It feels like trying to catch the wind. My fast mind just reacts before I can even stop it.
You do not need massive dramatic changes.
Yeah.
Growth is found in tiny, ordinary shifts in your daily habits.
Just small things.
Small moments of gentle self-discovery.
Okay, so give me an example. If I am rushing out the door, stressed about getting my kids to school, and I can feel my fast mind turning me into a rigid dictator.
Yes, the morning rush.
Right. How do I make a shift that actually works?
Start with a human minute.
The human minute.
Yes. Before you dive into a busy task, before you start solving a problem at work or rushing your kids out the door, just take 60 seconds to be fully present.
Just 60 seconds.
Ask a real question. Look them in the eyes.
Well,
Just 1 minute of pure human presence before the busy day takes over.
does that really work?
It completely changes the tone of whatever comes next. The kids go from feeling like baggage to feeling loved.
The human minute. I love that. It breaks the cycle of rushing.
It interrupts the fast mind.
But what happens when we're already in the middle of a tense moment?
Like a fight.
Yeah, like when someone says something that sparks my defense system and I can literally feel my chest tightening.
Take the deep breath.
Just a breath.
It sounds almost too simple, but it works on a physical level. When someone says something that triggers your defense, your fast mind's alarm system blares.
It's screaming at me to fight back.
Right. Before you speak, take one slow, deep breath. That single breath calms the alarm.
Because it forces you to pause.
It sends oxygen to the slow mind. It tells your nervous system, we are safe. It brings back your natural pull to connect instead of fight.
It's amazing. And when someone comes to us with a heavy problem, and my instinct is to just grab the steering wheel and fix it like the couple washing dishes, what is the habit there?
Naming the feeling.
Naming it.
Before you offer any advice, before you try to make it better, just name what they're feeling out loud.
Like, you seem sad.
More like, I can see how heavy this is for you, or that sounds highly frustrating.
Just acknowledging it.
Do not solve it. Just witness it. The human mind craves that witness.
Yeah.
When we feel seen, trust deepens instantly.
It is almost like we just need permission to feel what we feel.
We do.
And what about the busy trap? How do we rebuild trust when everything is moving so fast and our schedules are packed to the brim?
By protecting unstructured time.
Unstructured time.
We need time with our people that has zero goals, no tasks, no ticking clock.
Just hanging out.
Exactly. Sitting on the porch, walking without a set path.
But why does that work? I mean, why does doing nothing actually build trust?
Because of how the fast mind works.
The alarm system again.
Yes. When you have zero goals sitting on a porch, your fast mind finally gets the signal. There is no tiger to fight. There is no email to answer.
Oh, wow.
Without a task, the alarm system powers down. The body literally shifts its energy back toward connection.
That quiet, goal-free time is where the nervous system finally settles down.
It is where real trust roots itself into the ground.
That feels like such a relief. Just letting go of the need to perform.
It is a relief.
But what happens when we do mess up?
Because we will.
Right. When we snap or we send the cold text or we jump to defend ourselves, we are only human.
Yes, we are. And when we do, the habit is owning the impact.
Owning the impact.
Most of us apologize by saying, I didn't mean it that way. We try to protect our intent.
Which builds the brick wall.
Exactly. Instead, shift your mindset to own the impact. Look at the person and say, I see how my words hurt you just now.
Oh, that's powerful.
You validate their pain without making it about your pride. That simple shift heals a broken moment faster than almost anything else.
Owning the impact. It shifts the focus entirely away from my ego and places it right on their heart.
It really does.
It's a gentle truth, that being good with people is never about being perfect.
Ever.
It's about staying aware, catching yourself drifting away, and having the grace to steer back.
That's the real work.
Growth is not this magical finish line we cross.
Yeah.
It is just the direction we choose to walk, step by ordinary step.
It's a daily choice.
Before we go, think about this. If our fast mind is always scanning for threats, what happens when we choose to train it to scan for joy? Next time you feel that silent gap opening up, ask yourself, am I bracing for a threat, or am I just missing an open door to be close?
These thoughts, these questions, they don't have to stop here. Geeks Mindset has many more podcasts and videos just like this one. Subscribe to the channel and explore other episodes. They all flow the same thoughtful way. If this podcast felt genuinely useful to your time, share it with even one person in your life. That one share can bring a real change in someone's life. And it helps Geeks Mindset reach more people who truly need this. If this brought you real value, look for the Join button right next to the Geeks Mindset logo below this video. Click it and become a member of the Mindset Support Circle. Your support helps honest mindset awareness reach thousands who are silently struggling. Geeks Mindset moves forward because of you. Thank you so much from the heart for being here.